or shorter, why not? No, I didn't tell anybody, so you know, that's the downside of it. Jesus, everybody driving in here to view these houses. There's a new housing estate going up here. It never existed before, and there's a lot of people going to check them out. Interestingly enough. Because I have to go get petrol, I am already going to be late. Unless traffic is kind to me and I can make up a couple of minutes. Which is not ideal. But however, it is what it is. I might have to have a little bit of a heavy rifle for some of it. I mean, I didn't say that. Not at all. Well, this is ideal when we're getting to lights and they're turning green just as we get there. Well, it wasn't ideal that they started to turn, but we got there before they did. So hopefully it stays that way. But as the title says, we're off to Sligo. We're gonna go meet Kill and Caustic. Hang out for the day. It's an hour from them, a little over 2 from me, but I wanted to go that way for various reasons. And yeah, sure, the extra drive is nice. So it'll work out well. Hey, Guardian. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I was about to say, what are you doing up this early? And then I realized you're in the future. So it's an hour later for you. Anyway. Hopefully you enjoyed your evening last night. And had a good time with mates. Enjoying yourself being that social butterfly. No, same time. I thought you were an hour ahead. Or is that further east? I'm thinking. Same time as yours, unless you moved. No, I'm still in the same country. It's still 9:32. I don't know what. Oh yeah, sure. Portugal's same time. It is further east, I'm thinking. I'm thinking further. Hey Kill, journey begins, don't take the wrong turn. Yeah, I had to go get petrol, so according to this I'm gonna be late. But I know I won't be. I'll make up those few minutes, no bother. I should have went and got petrol last night, but you know, it's just the way. I nearly drove straight there without even thinking. That would have been awkward. On the Azores Islands, it's 8:35. Jesus. Okay. I'd have never lived that down now if I did that. Kill would be empty all the time. That and it probably added fucking 10 minutes to my journey. I wouldn't have, because I could just do a U-turn. What are you up to with your weekend, Sanagarian? You doing anything exciting? Is it a social weekend or is it a relaxing weekend for you? Got a friend's concert tonight. Nice. What kind of music do they play? So, social weekend, yes. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. My weekends are usually do fuck all, but I'm quite happy to have a social Saturday with the lads. Very much so. First. Either way, it's always like, even if it was a case that you didn't like it, it's still nice to go support mates anyway. I used to have a few mates in different bands over the years, and I remember I used to end up just fucking going into the gigs to just hang out and shoot the shit. Hey Snowy, how you doing, my man? Oh, we've tried to. Nice. Yeah, it's good to support mates like that. I mean, it's good to support mates in any way, shape or form, but you know what I mean. Am I doing better today? Yeah, the head's grand now. I mean, I would have just kept going. hey, Kill and Snowy, yeah. Don't worry about him. He's not gonna complain. Yeah, it wasn't that bad, Snowy. It was a mild headache last night, so I wasn't gonna quit or anything like that. We might as well headache go on the not played for a while heap, because it has been, the last couple have been kind of harder to get people. Streams don't want to play along. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that people are lurking. There's a lot of people who will hang out in my streams, who hang out in multiple other streams. So like Magoo and Jordy were streaming the same times last night, and a lot of people will be in all of them. So, you know, gotta get some coffee. Enjoy your coffee, Tanagarian. So yeah, so people end up lurking, which is perfectly fine. I love people lurking. I have no problem with lurkers. The only issue is you can't play Jackbox with lurkers. So oh right. Well, I mean, it works both ways, huh? Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of these kind of streams anyway. It's gonna drop randomly because I'm driving. Yeah, well, it was applicable in both situations. So yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I feel, but I think I might end up cutting Jackbox back to like once every 2 months or something like that, or just stop doing it for a while. We'll see. Normally randoms will join in and that'll kind of boost the numbers, but we didn't really have that last night either, apart from that one game where that guy joined in who definitely had some way of cheating, because he was getting answers in faster than people could type and getting all of the answers correct when they were the most obscure fucking examples given in some situations. I don't know how you deal with that game, but I mean, he had to be. But that's whatever, like, I don't care. People play it how they want to play it, so it makes no odds to me. Some fucker is right up my hole, dying to get past. You'd swear I wasn't doing the speed limit. Yeah, also, what the fuck is Grumpy Cat? Yeah, that was a like, are you fucking kidding me? How did you get that from that? Like, there's no way. Before I start going off on an explanation of what Grumpy Cat is. It's just simply, Grumpy Cat is a meme. Just became an internet meme of this cat who legitimately regular face looks grumpy as fuck. Or did look grumpy as fuck. Apparently, Grumpy Cat died. And the cat's name is actually Tartar Sauce, which I thought was an odd one, but I mean, whenever it's a cat, who gives a shit. resting cafes, yes, exactly. I got some dude up my hole and one up his. Like, what the fuck? And I feel like I'm starting to go up this person's. Past this truck and then I'll pull in and let this dickhead go, because apparently doing 120 on a 120 road isn't enough. You need to do 140 or 150 or 160, and of course the cars they're in say it all. Right now you're done. Now get the fuck out of my road. Time to brake check. No, I don't have time for that shit, Snowy. Normally I'd slow down and fucking be a bit of a cunt at times if they're driving like cunts. I'll act a cunt as well. But I have a movie to catch and the lads to meet up with, so I'm not playing that game. If I didn't have a time that I was beholden to, then yeah, maybe. But I need to be in Sligo by 11:50 or earlier, and yeah, it's gonna take a bit of time, so you know. It's a 2-hour 20 drive. So yeah, there's no point fucking about. But I do, yeah, we're just saying, I do like to be that person. My favourite when somebody is driving like an arsehole like that, my favourite thing is, especially if it's on a single road, just, I essentially take my foot off the accelerator, usually go down, say 10 kilometers below the speed limit, and come to fucking, it's like you can see their head fuming. And then there's a roundabout at the end of the road where they'll zoom off and they go overtake me, and you can see them ranting, and you're fucking this, and you find just you want to, but you never brake check. Just stick to them. Yeah, that's exactly. I don't brake check either. I'm not playing that game, because brake checking will just go against me. It's different to take my foot off the accelerator and slow down gradually and leave them fucking ranting and raving behind you. That's a different story, but yeah, I would not brake check. I think that shit's dangerous, especially if somebody's close to you. So you're brake checking, then you gotta realise you are essentially saying, I'm good with somebody rear-ending me right now, because that's what's gonna fucking happen. Expect delays. I don't want to hear anything about delays for folks. Yeah, exactly. I want to get to my destination more than I want to fuck with that person. Exactly. No paperwork, no forms, get fucked. I just want to go do my thing. I will say I pulled into the petrol station to fill up basically on reserve. And the petrol station for it, so it'll give you some like 6 cents off per litre. So it doesn't make a blind bit of difference if you're getting a small amount, but if you're getting a large amount, you can end up getting a couple of litres free, which is always nice. But the price is gone, it's getting out of fucking hand here. Like that petrol station was $1.83 a litre. I paid $1.77 a litre, but still, it's fucking getting mental. It'll be €2 before we know it for a litre of petrol, and that is fucking criminal. Especially because I happen to know here, at least I think it's 50%, if not more, of that price is government tax. Fucking hell. Normal's going to 2.25 there. Diesel is 2. Now diesel is 1.70 gonna be $5 a gallon soon. I'm like, motherfucker, I wish that was the price here. Quest for cheapest stations, yeah. Well, that's why, like, I use the one local to me, because they have that discount card. They gave them out. They don't have them anymore. They gave them out ages ago. And I mean, when I was there, they did have a load of them at the counter, but my sister had gotten a few because she knows the girl who manages that petrol station, and she gave her a load of cards going, oh, you've family in the area, here, give them these. So I was like, grand, fucking I'll use that. Live close to the Belgian border, loads cheaper there. Yeah, you see, we don't have that benefit here, unfortunately. You know, the whole being an island thing. So I can't just decide, you know what, I don't like the prices here, I'm gonna drive across the border. It's driving across the border here, going to fucking Northern Ireland, where I don't think prices are much better for petrol. Anyway. So I wouldn't be arsed. That is cool though that you can do that. That's something I've kind of always envied, is being able to just go, oh, I'm going to take a trip into Belgium, or I'm going to head to France today, or whatever, and just fucking jump in the car and drive. Obviously, you know, it's a long drive to do shit like that, but you can do it. You don't have to fill up the just make the boss happy. Right. Yeah, see, I don't know that, like, well, my company for one would never give me a company car because I work from home. But I don't think I would want the company car either, because it would end up that my fucking insurance policy would lapse, and I'd end up getting higher when I went to my own private policy again. But yeah, I guess the benefits company car being, like, you don't have to pay petrol, you don't have to pay for any upkeep and maintenance and all that kind of thing. It's all good for that. Like, they're not travel a bit at times. certainly not here. So I'm on the outer lane, meaning this would be the overtaking lane as such. So this might be what people would call a fast lane, but there isn't. Like, fast and slow lanes don't exist there, because it's the same speed regardless. So usually it would be, right, you overtake in that lane and you stay in this lane. That would be the norm. So like, I'll get into this lane because I see some guy behind me want to overtake, but because I'm driving the speed limit and a lot of cars aren't, I just stay in this lane for the moment, rather than swap in and out. And I'll swap in and out as needed. So like, if there's cars behind me, I'll get out of the way. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, trucks will stay left. We'll overtake on the right. As you can see there, you'll see every truck. Yeah, well, for you they'd stick right. Yeah. I get that you reversed it for my situation. The only time, because I was in an automatic car, because they don't really do manual there. So like, I probably would have to pay a lot more to the rental company to get a manual car, and I wasn't that pushed. And I think, quite frankly, it worked to my benefit, because my muscle memory is left hand on the gear stick, change gears. Obviously it would have been reversed, so that would have fucked with me. As it is, like, quite a few times while I was driving there, sorry, had the arm. Quite a few times as I was driving there, my left foot went to go for a clutch that didn't exist, and my left hand went to grab the gear stick that didn't exist, and I just hit the door. Just literally out of muscle memory. Like, for fuck's sake. It's quite funny though. Every now and again, left foot would just go through the air and hit the ground. Like, oh yeah, no clutch, automatic. Sure anymore. Well, you got it right, so you were there. Never driving in an opposite country. Why not? Well, I mean, you have the benefit there, Snowy, of most of the world drives on the right hand side. So most countries you're going to go to, you won't have that issue. I think it's like there's maybe 10 or something. So obviously Ireland, all of the UK, I know Japan does the left as well. I think Nigeria does the left. But there's a few other African countries that do, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, there's not a lot though. I know there's not a lot, and I don't know why we do. You know, you go all right most of the time. It's easy to make the error. Oh yeah, if you're not thinking, that's the thing. You have to be, especially if you're driving years and everything is essentially muscle memory in terms of sides and what to expect and what way to turn and all that kind of thing. If you're driving in a country that drives to the other side, you definitely have to concentrate a little more to kind of make sure you break that habit. Because I had it in, granted it was in a very quiet, oh shit, I can't stop yawning. It was in a very quiet housing estate I was driving, and just very briefly I started driving on the left, and my friend was in the car with me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh fuck. I pulled straight over. It's like literally no cars anywhere anyway, so it was fine. Went to the UK with your dad once. The third trip was fine until the last turn. Drove straight into traffic. Fucking hell. Yeah, that would be terrifying as a kid. Nothing happened, fortunately. Well, that's good. that off. Yeah, it's handy information for people to know. You decided if you ever go there, you let yourself be driven for safety's sake. Yeah, well, I mean, there's no harm there. Especially when you're going to countries to visit friends who drive. You know, there's no reason for you to rent a car. Anybody come here, but with enough notice I'd make myself available. But yeah, I'd be like, no, I'll just transport. If you're in Dublin, you don't need a car. It's nice to have one, it's convenient to have one, but you don't need one, you know. Pay attention here and make sure I'm on the right side, which we think I'm not. Oh. Yes, I am. That'll do. Access that it's in right now, or is it for everybody? It's out now. I definitely think that's gonna be one I will play. I don't know that I'll stream it, but I will definitely play it. I might end up streaming it to play it. To get me, like, just it'll be like, oh well, I gotta do a stream anyway, so let's stream this and see what happens. Real launch is the 6th of September. Right. So, I have 4 more days before I can play it. Because I am not extra month or two of Game Pass to be able to finish it out, or I will just buy the game. But as it stands, I've still got like 2.5 months of Game Pass left right now, because I was on my brother's family account and they ceased all the family accounts, and then they gave everybody who was on one 3-month Game Pass for free. So I'm on my 3-month free Game Pass right now, and then yeah, if I'm playing that, and like I'm playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Game Pass as well right now, purely because I bought it and it was so buggy and so many glitches in it that I refunded it on Steam, and then realised it was on Game Pass, so I could just play it on there a bit as well. It hasn't been as bad lately, so they've definitely sorted some bits and pieces on their servers, but there are still bugs that need bug fixes, and there's a few of them they have addressed. Well, they haven't addressed it, but they have said, yes, we will be dealing with this in the first round of bug fixes, which I don't know when that's going to be, but fingers crossed sooner rather than later. Though it doesn't seem to be affecting the popularity too much. People are still happy enough to play it with those glitches in place. No issues with crossplay with Steam. No, there's no issues with crossplay on it. It's pretty fucking seamless for crossplay. So like, it's on console, so Xbox and PlayStation, PC, Game Pass, all that. All playing seamlessly together. There are a few known issues that apparently, like, one of them is that if the lobby is hosted by somebody on a console and they leave after dying, it can hang the entire lobby, which is kind of dumb as fuck. The whole idea of them doing peer-to-peer host or peer-to-peer stuff is dumb anyway. But there's a few XP bugs at times. There's some bugs where your loadouts don't load at times. There's definitely some, I wouldn't call them bugs as such, but there's definitely some gameplay stuff they need to address, because yeah, person-to-person cheap for absolutely, but still it's fucked. It's not a good idea. And there is oh shit, there's something they need to do with some gameplay fixes for sure, because I did see there's a streamer I watch, Vincent Vega, who was playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre exclusively since it came out, so he's been playing it shitload, loving it. But he was playing Leatherface, and one of the survivors hit him with a door, so he was standing behind the door, was about to go through it. The survivor hit him and knocked him to the ground because he pushed the door, and the door knocks you down. He then closed the door, opened to the other side, closed it again, stood behind it and waited, and as he stood back up, does his little shout just before he was ready to move, he throw the door open again and hit him again, and basically kept him stun locked for a solid 5 minutes nearly. Like, it was silly, and he was shouting for his teammates to come fucking help him, but they weren't doing anything. And then eventually one of his teammates came down and started chasing your man, but they fucked it up, and he had them knocked out on the ground as well. So he popped the door, knocked Bubba down, close it, pop it the other way, knocked the sissy down, and then he was doing that for a couple of minutes where he had both of them stun locked. I was just like, this is fucking insane, that should not be possible. Now the thing is, he discovered discovered that. Now, he didn't have both of them still locked for long, but it was quite funny to see it happen. But he discovered that is a way of gaining a shit ton of XP. Oh, it was very funny. Like, even the streamer who was losing his shit, when the other killer came down and your man started doing it to both of them, he was wetting himself laughing. He was like, yeah, this is funny as fuck. Plus, when he realised that the victim, survivor, whatever you want to call them, he was farming XP doing that. So in the space of, say, 5 minutes total, maybe 6 minutes, maybe, I don't know, was it whatever amount of time, it's arbitrary, but very quickly he farmed up something like 4,000 XP by just hitting them with the doors. So that was absolutely worth doing, because it is a regular game of that game. You will come out with maybe anywhere between 1,500 to 2,500 XP. Sometimes you'll see somebody get like 2,700, 2,800, but 4K, I've never seen it. So your man is getting more than double the average game XP nearly in some situations by doing that. I can see them putting a fix in place to stop that being a possibility though. But it was fucked to see, and it was funny as fuck as well. It was as though. Hey Uni, how you doing? More power to them. TCM do it a bit weird in that, like, you can't have the same character twice in a lobby, so it's every character has to be. So yeah, people are being like, you'll put XP into a character, have a few levels in them, and then the next game somebody else gets your character. That's fuck all you can do. You gotta play the other characters. How's your day going, Uni? What you up to this weekend? Hopefully something fun. Probably me. The signal has dropped a driving stream. The boyfriend's before you go back to work. Work is all the kids are coming back soon, right? It sounds like a nice chill weekend though, so that's good. Monday, so you're back on regular shifts from Monday, I take it. Forward to that, or how are you feeling about it? Is there going to be any sign of contract change for you this time, so you can get on something a little more permanent and more stable? Or is that still a little up in the air? Gonna test your will to live. I'd say so. You basically have a rotation for early shifts between the three devs. We need people to start doing now. As it turns out, I think the senior likes doing the earlier shifts anyway. So he's probably going to keep doing them, but he's on holiday at the moment. So one of the lads did the 8.5 hours last week, and this week it's all me. Which it's not too bad. It's not like I have to go anywhere. I just got to get up an hour earlier than I normally do. Not sure yet. Could change before it's meeting, or could change 2 months from now. Right. Well, hopefully it's sooner rather than later. What time is early shift for you? Well, it'll be an 8 o'clock start, which I know isn't early for some people, but it's early for me. It's my normal work day goes 9 to half 5, so this will be 8 to half 4 instead. But I'll still, you start at 8:15. Yeah, well, that's you, not me. The plus side is, like, me starting at 8 o'clock still means I can get up at, like, any time between 7:30 and 10 to 8, really. I can get up and just roll out of bed, turn my laptop on and start work. So that's the bonus of that. I don't have to do all the travelling shit. Which you seem to do. Oh yeah, like, I don't eat breakfast in the morning, so I'd much rather sleep in a little later. Gives me more time in my evening, because I can go to bed a little bit later, and then I'll just roll out of bed like 10-15 minutes before I need to turn my laptop on. Shit, sometimes I'll do it 5 minutes before. It really depends. But I do have morning meetings, so I can't fuck around too much. It's handy enough though, because the way it's gonna work for the early shift, my first hour is essentially check all our sites, make sure they're all up, there's no issues, check our queues, make sure there's no issues with any document processing or anything like that, and then look over our ticketing system to see if anything came in that's urgent and needs addressing straight away. And if that's the case, then that's what I'll do. I always seem to wake up at the crack of dawn, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. I do wake up stupidly early half the time. I tend to just roll over and go back to sleep, but it varies. I am not a morning person by any way, shape or means, but I've kind of become a bit of a morning person. Nah, I wouldn't say I have actually. I just have to get up early anyway because of work. Because of the routine that my body's in and my body clock now, I do naturally wake up early on my weekends. Now sometimes I'll fight that and I'll be like, no, fuck that, I'll roll over and go back to sleep. But other times I'll just get up and go do my thing. Sorry, I can't stop yawning, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, so it worked to my benefit today. Like, I don't really, half the time I don't really need an alarm on my phone. I'll always set them anyway. But like, I will naturally start to wake up around this time anyway. No, not really. I probably didn't get as much sleep as I should have. Because although I got off the PC probably like 10-20 past 12. I was playing some DCM with Talk, and then I got into bed, but I was scrolling my phone for a while, way longer than I should have. Hey Caustic, how are you doing? Are you not on the road yet? although, yeah, you probably don't need to be on the road just yet. Nope. Am I, oh, I just saw your message. Yeah, no worries. I was thinking there, you should be though. Well, I know Kill is awake. He was in here like half an hour, 40 minutes ago. He popped in and just said hello. So is he with you, or you heard from him, or is there some lines being crossed here that these haven't left you? Get your arse moving, pal. Sitting in the car outside since 10. Oh shit. Kill, sort your shit out. Did you not ring him? Sitting in the car like a lunatic. Ring that motherfucker. Tell him to hurry up. Oh, and text. Well, keep at him. Ring him again. Tell him he's gonna miss the movie if he doesn't fucking move it. In fairness though, you still have time. Like it's an hour and 10, I think, for you lads. So even if you leave now, you're still gonna get there before I will. So, you know, it's not too bad. Welcome back, Danagarian. How's your coffee? You wanted to not drive DJ speed? Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And you will still be able to do so. Like, that's the thing. You still got time. I'm in Longford now, Caustic, our favourite county. That just confirms I'm halfway to, yeah. Longford. For reference, Longford is in the Midlands, and there's basically a feel of you're in the fucking middle of nowhere in Longford. There's not a lot going on. Myself and Caustic met here last month to go to the cinema, and basically met up for food and cinema and stuff. Yeah, Precious Memories is such a vibrant, bustling town. Yep. It was dead. It was a ghost fucking town. Half the shit was closed. Their shopping mall wasn't open. And when we were leaving, or when we actually, I think when we parked the cars, I don't know if we were leaving at this stage. It was funny because some guy was taking, oh no, maybe it was when we were leaving. Some guy was driving off with a trailer with this advertisement on it that was like something along the lines of, say his name was Paddy O'Hara or something like that. I don't know what the name was, but it was like plastered across this trailer. My uncle Paddy O'Hara never stole cattle from anywhere in his life. He's never smuggled cattle. He's never done anything like this. These are wild accusations put against him. I want to clear his name or something like that. And he was driving around with a big fucking, with that plastered all over a trailer. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? But like small town mentality, everybody knows everybody's shit. And clearly somebody said something. A world DJ arrives. Excellent. I was going to ask if this trip was similar to that one. It's not. Agree with that. Did I miss something you said, Tanagarian? Oh, if this trip was similar to the last one. It's double the last one. If I give him his regular 9-10 o'clock, it just seems, well, he will not touch it. He'll sniff at the bowl and then be like, following 9/11 meme started showing up saying that a Portuguese TV presenter is not to be blamed for 9/11, and he goes off. Off he goes. Why would it even be a thing that he's not to blame for 9/11, as if people wouldn't know that anyway? Oh shit. That's what Tanagari means, and off he goes. Yes, I did reply to you, Uni. I just realised I was losing signal there. So when you tell me you can hear me, then I will respond again. Stream went off, but you heard your reply. Alright, so Tanagarian heard me, Grant. Uni's just not listening, that's all it is. Yeah, it's gotta happen. It's the nature of driving streams. Not sure how it started. Yeah, so it started basically me saying Ben is good, because Uni asked how he is, and that he's been a little bit of a bollocks lately, although he always has been, and he's not eating his food until much later, but he's always he's never ate his food first thing in the morning, but it's going to be essentially while the sun is up he kind of doesn't eat. Once the sun goes down, he's got to eat. He's kind of like that. It's one of those weird things. He'll nibble a little bit, but half the time he'll just sniff at his food bowl and then be like, no, just pet me. Friend here's got a t-shirt, nice, with this 9/11 reporter meme on it, I guess. Nice. Bless him, that is a bit off, but he's like, yeah, I know, he's not the typical dog anyway, so, you know, I wouldn't expect him to behave typical behaviour. He's a lunatic. He's gotta act like a lunatic. Miss him already. You only met him once. But yeah, you're amongst anybody who meets him loves seeing him again. And as I said to you, everybody, first thing most people go is, oh, he's a lot smaller than I thought he was. Yeah, and you miss him. Yeah. That's just because he gave you licks. He was tiny. Yeah, he is. Can be misleading as to size when you don't have reference, but the few times he's come on stream and he's jumped up on my lap, so people will see what he's like size wise in those situations. Or I've picked him up to say hello. Well, my signal's dropping again, I can tell you that for nothing. It's I'll be driving for another hour and let me see. Let me consult my map. Or even better, are you there yet? No. I am not there yet, and because the signal was a little lower, you might not have heard, but yeah, so about another hour and 10 roughly. I got an hour and 10. Okay, thanks. Yeah, bother. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect many people to tune in for these things and chat away or anything like that. If nothing else, I only really expect potentially people to lurk, but I know people are enjoying the road noises for these kind of streams, so that's why I do them every now and again. Better wake your boyfriend soon before he sleeps till midday. Shocking, imagine doing that. I mean, it's also only 10:30, so he's got plenty of time before he sleeps till midday. Don't be dramatic, cutie. Fuck's sake. Likes me some road noise. Yeah, there's a few people who tend to like it, so that's why I do them every now and again. I mean, it's dual purpose. There is the benefit of enjoying the just constant tone of the road. It can be relaxing for quite a lot of people. And then obviously for me, if I'm just talking shit the whole time and chatting away to one or two people, it makes my trip feel quicker. Or certainly it doesn't. I don't feel the length of it. I don't really notice it go by. So it's kind of a win-win situation, really. Obviously, I gotta focus on the road and all that shit, but if I wasn't, I'd be just silent, really. I'd listen to music, though. So. That'll make time pass. We are not taking the road that way. We're taking this one. You'll give him another half hour. There you go. Sounds and the scenery and keeping you company. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tanagari. Dude, sing-along stream, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that'll be happening now, Will.